let's unpack this because what you're saying is great. So one of the things that we always talk about is treating your property business as a business, but
Yeah.
very few people do. They just think they're investing, and part of that is having systems in place. So of course you've got your trail boards and stuff set up. This whole idea of mothballing, which is great because this is where so many people could get deals if they're just persistent and keep like a record of the deals that you go and look at, the properties you go and look at. So I love what you're saying there about the traffic light system and everything else because a lot of deals come a few months after the first time you look at it.
Almost every one that we've got is based on that, and some of them as much as 5 months. That from when we were originally offered, we've gone back every month with the same offer, and eventually they've gone, I just want rid now. But it takes that time and that persistence, and that we're just going to do it. And it's working for us. And right now, every month we're getting one or two take a bite. Or that's what it feels like at the moment of
Yeah.
the stuff that we've done historically. And we're obviously, as time's gone on, we've spent time with investors, and we're now getting to a place where we've got preferred investors, and we've got investors that are just putting the money in for a return. And that's made a big difference as well. So to start off with, we weren't finding, I was finding the deals, we weren't finding the money. Then we were finding the money, we weren't finding the deals. And now we seem to be at a place where it's kind of evened out a little bit, where we've got sort of potential JVs with people, and we've got preferred investors that are looking for specific properties. One of the hardest things I had actually was I've got a preferred investor that wants a specific type of property on a specific type. They're really like, this is what I want. So it's the council houses in Dundee. I don't know if you know that market at all, but it's highly competitive because the returns are really good. So you can get 12-14% yields because you can buy a property for like £100,000. You can rent it out for £1,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's what they wanted. Well, I've looked at every single council house since starting the process for them, and I've only got one over the line now, and I was doing that for nearly 2 months. Every time one came out, I was viewing, I was offering based on the numbers, obviously still.
Yeah.
Um, and one just come over the line, but it was like that was hard work for a sourcing fee. Don't get me wrong, and we view our sourcing for those particular guys as um, an educational piece as well. So we give them the decent broker to look at, which, funnily enough, is your guys at Express, and we give them our solicitor to talk to because they charge us really good rates. We're only paying £1,000 for a property currently every time we buy something, and we give them those as well, so they can have those conversations with those. And we're trying to be a little bit more open to conversation about it rather than is a deal buy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we've taken them through the process, and I think that's working for us because we're being. I think we're adding value by treating them as human beings, not just as a number that we can get some money off.
Yeah, it's the best way of doing it, and you know that comes across anytime I'm chatting to you, as well as with Michelle and Craig, because relationships are incredibly important. And when people are thinking about getting their portfolio built for them, and that's something that you guys are doing for others as well, it's knowing that they're not just, oh, here's a property, there you go and figure it out yourself. Because you know it's having that level of support to help them along in their journey. And what I love about you guys is that you're not only helping people build their portfolio, you're building your own portfolio as well. You're joint venturing, collaborating with other people within the community too, from a protege group. And this is what I love to see because you've got that right mindset, that right approach. It's not this scarcity mindset of, I just need to do a deal myself, I'm not going to work with anyone else. You guys have been open to doing that. And something you said before we started the podcast is like, yeah, I find the deals and Michelle finds the money. And you've got just such a great balance there to be able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's been great, and I've been involved in a lot of the investor conversations with my sister and them. And part of that is, again, we want to know the people. We want to be able to do what's right for them. So those conversations work better when we're both involved because it just gives that balance. It's more of a chat rather than a little bit too specific. If it was just one of us having a conversation with them, we can sort of share our knowledge and our skill set, for want of a better word,
Yeah.
to be able to help them along their way on their journeys. Um, there's no getting away from it. I'm really happy with the way things are right now. And as you said, we're trying to build a business. It's not everybody's different, and I think people need to get their heads around that as well. Some people will be happy with one deal a year because you know what, that one deal a year, it's a big chunk of money that they've not got that'll pay for the holidays, a couple of holidays a year, because that's what they want. Some people like us want to build a business so that it supports itself and we can walk away and still have the money coming in and the earnings in 10 years' time, as I discussed. It's all about building it for yourself and what you want and what your needs and dreams are. If you want a business, then you have to treat it as such. We've just grown again, so we've got a marketing person in now who's doing all our social media stuff. So that has dramatically improved because before me and my sister were doing it between us, and I know she doesn't particularly like it, and I know it was a drain on my time as well. Rather than looking at properties and trying to evaluate deals, you're doing social media posts. But we try to be that consistent stuff because again, it's the stuff that you teach. If you're consistent, and you keep going out there, then people will see what you're doing and they'll show interest, and then you potentially got JVs, potentially got investors coming and speaking to you. Because of the back of that.
And you've got some active deals on yourselves at the moment. And Michelle was saying just the other day you've secured a couple more deals as well.
Absolutely. I mean, right now we've got Dundee that we're JVing with DX. We've got Octomukti. So Dundee's is a 3-bed bungalow that's going to be a 5-bed bungalow. Octomukti's a 5-bed house already. Leven is a 4-bed detached that's right on the seaside. I can't believe the estate agents on this one. So the estate agents didn't have a single photo of the views, and it's right on the seafront. You can't have like beach, sea, absolutely stunning location, and on none of the stuff was these views. I'm like, no wonder it didn't sell. The one thing that would make it sell, you haven't advertised. It blew my mind, that one.